Good morning. This is your Stat Sensei, Mr. Spensei, and this is test review for design of experiments for Unit 1C, and this is problems 3 and 4. So a completely randomized design, it's important to note what type of design it is because completely randomized means we put everything in a hat with 342 high school students. So we know our sample size is 342 to determine if study location impacted test scores. So this is our explanatory variable, and we're looking to impact test scores. So this is going to be our response, and this is our explanatory. All right. And they were assigned to each treatment. All students will spend 2 hours a day in their randomly allocated location. And here we go. Friend's apartment, dorm room, library, coffee shop, empty classroom, and park or outdoor space. So we have 342, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's 342 divided by 6? When we divide that out, we end up getting 57. So 57 were allocated each one. So what's the response variable? What we cared about was how it impacted the test scores. So test scores right here is our response variable. Please remember, this is where your response variable always will be every single time. It's what you're comparing at the end. All right, and I should have said that in a previous video, but that's what you're comparing at the end. So our response variable is test scores. This is what we're comparing at the end. List each explanatory variable with a number of levels. Well, how many divisions do we have? Oh, we only divided the one time. We divided right here. So our explanatory variable is location. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. All right. List each treatment. Well, here this time I only have 6 treatments: friend's apartment, dorm room, library, coffee shop, empty classroom, and park or outdoor space. So that's all I have to list. Okay. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 are listed there. So we're good to go with that. All right. A randomized block design study. So randomized block, remember randomized block, we're breaking them up on a common characteristic. All right. Common characteristic was created to examine how different combinations of exercise and medication. So see this. I see exercise and medication. I'm going, those sound like explanatory. So I'm going to put EX for explanatory. And same here, I'm going to call that EX because see how that impacts blood pressure. And the blood pressure is going to be my RV, my response variable. All right. For both smokers and non-smokers. Ooh, we have 2 groups. These groups are my blocking variable, and my blocking variable is always an explanatory variable. So 1,680 adults were available for the study. So that means my sample size is 1,680. So we're blocking based on whether they smoke or not. So 1680 divided by 2 gives me 840. And then we have another group. We're breaking it down into no exercise, low intensity, moderate, and a high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 840 divided by 4 is 210. And then we have 3 levels of drugs: 1, 2, 3, no dose, low dose, or high dose. So 210 divided by 3 equals 70. Now, so we ended up with 70 in each treatment group, and let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 840 divided by 24. Well, that's interesting. I have to hear a pause for just a second while I check something out. All right, I made a mistake. We had 1680, not 840. So 1680 divided by 24 is 70. So once again, 1,680, that's our N divided by our number of treatments, which is 24, equals 70 in each treatment. And that's what we show there. And also, we had two levels here. So if I take level, blocking variable level was 2, exercise level, that one had 4. And then we had the drug level, the third one. And if we go 2 times 4 times 3, 2 times 4 is 8, times 3 is 24. And that's our number of treatments. Okay, or we can just count them all up. So which treatment would be the control group in the design, and what is its purpose? Well, generally speaking, the control group is the group that's not receiving anything. Well, if they're not receiving anything, that probably means they're a non-smoker because they're not receiving cigarettes. You can use red so it shows up. So this right here, control group. Oh, they must not be doing any exercise, so that's a control group. And then they probably get no drugs. So I would say that your control group is the one getting nothing, which is non-smokers, no exercise, and no drugs. So that's what you would claim to be your control group. And where did that go? So really what we'd want to say is a control group in the design is the no exercise and no drug group and non-smoking. All right. I wouldn't say for both. All right. Now, technically, that's kind of right. I would just say and non-smoking group. All right. And what's the purpose? The purpose of the control group is to provide a baseline for comparisons that the experiments can determine whether or not the changes in blood pressure are due to exercise and medication or some other. All right. This for both is not incorrect, but I don't think it's the best way to go. All right. For B, could this be performed as a double blind experiment? And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm going to know if I'm exercising. So this could only be provided as a single blind experiment because each assigned group would know what kind of exercise they will do. All right. They also know if you're smoking or not. So between knowing if you're smoking and knowing if you're exercise, I might not know what drug you gave me. You may have given me a placebo, so I may not know the drug you gave me, but I know if I'm exercising and I know if I'm smoking. So it's clear that the person participating in the study would know the treatment. However, the data collector wouldn't know if I was smoking or not unless they could smell it. And they wouldn't know if I was exercising or not, and they wouldn't know which drug because I would just be getting a placebo. All right. So the next question, how could the comparison results? Well, what we're looking for is blood pressure. All right. So how different exercise and medication treatment impact blood pressure for smokers and non-smokers. I'm going to add that back for smokers and non-smokers on the end. All right, which lists the explanatory variables along with the number of levels? Well, how often did it divide? So where did the first place it divide? It divided right here. So I'm going to call that my smoking variable. And it only has 2 divisions. So that means it has 2 levels. The next time it's split right here, but each group is the same, and I only need to count one of the groups. So in this time, I go, okay, this is my exercise variable. And my exercise variable has 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. And then my next time it's split a bunch of times, but I notice no low, high, no low, high, no low, high. So I have a bunch of divisions and they all repeat. I don't count the repeats. I just need to focus in on one. So this is my drug level. And it has 1, 2, 3 levels. So 2 for smoking, 4 for exercise, and 3 for drugs. 2 times 4 is 8, times 3 is the 24 treatments. So I'm going to say that my treatments are, my explanatory variables are smoking with 2 levels, exercise with 4 levels, and drugs with 3 levels. And sure enough, smoking with 2 levels, exercise 4 levels, and medication or drugs for 3 levels. Then we need to list them out. Now, there's a long way to list them first. I'm going to try to find that, show that to you first, because I think it makes sense. And then after that, we'll abbreviate the way we'd want to. Smoking, no exercise, no drugs. Smoking, low exercise, smoking, no exercise, no drugs. Then smoking, no exercise, low dose. Smoking, no exercise, high dose. Then we go smoking, low intensity, no drugs, et cetera, and we keep listing it out. Or we can abbreviate like this. And this is what I would highly, highly recommend just because of the amount of time, especially on a test. So let's look at smoking, no. Smoking, no. And then a smoking, no low. Then a smoking, no high. Then we're going to go smoking, low, no. Smoking, low, smoking, low, high. Smoking, moderate, no. Smoking, moderate, low. Smoking, moderate, high. Smoking high, no. Smoking high, low. Smoking high. Double high on that one. All right. And then we're going to have non, no, non, no, low, non, no, high. Non, low, no, non, low, low, non, low, high. Then we're going to go non, moderate, no, non-moderate, low, non-moderate, high. And then we're going to get back into the no, high, no, high, low, no, high. All right. And that's how we abbreviate no, high. So I'm going to put the answers up there in so that you can see it typed out where we went this way. And then this is the abbreviated way. And I think the abbreviated way is a much better way to go for this. All right. I hope this helps and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you for watching.